Hello everyone, it's Becky and today is Monday, August 25th. Let's get in the jar. Let's see what we're gonna do. Alright, close the eyes. We're gonna shuffle through some of these. I'm gonna go into this stack. I think I dropped them all. I did. Okay. We'll go into this stack and don't drop them all. Okay. We have a postage stamp. All right. Let us let's see what this one is. A bird, a postage stamp and a bird. We're going to do a bird. I have this gigantic postage stamp. What did I do with it? I've been using my little tags for these people who buy from my auctions. But I got another little box over here. You're right, Sherry. I need another box. Just a box to take and put things away. Because look at this mess of my desk over here. It is a mess. You don't even want to see what's behind me on the floor. All right, somewhere over here, I have a pad of paper. I got to figure out what we're going to do for next week's project. We finished our stained glass windows. Oh, we're on pink. Pink. So I'll insert pictures of our stained glass windows here. They turned out so good. Hey Siri, turn on work focus. Thank you. Otherwise it's going to be bzz, bzz every time you turn around. Postage stamp. And a little buggy that I tote over to the big house for craft. I need to redo my little buggy. Okay. Get some glue paper. Not writing paper, glue paper. I was playing around with AI. I have this app called Copilot. It's like through Microsoft. So I had it create the characters for my story. I'm going to insert them. Put characters for story here. Bzz, bzz, bzz. made the villain. And I asked it, I said, can you make movies? And it said yes. So I might turn my story into a movie. Okay. All right, let me go find a postage stamp and whatever bird I'm going to use, and we will do this page. So I shall return in a few seconds. See, I was looking for this, and then I got a couple more in here. See what else? This is things that I get with my ATC cards. I need to put these things in, like the pouches when they get empty. I need to just refill with this stuff. Cute paper. I love this cute paper. All right, let me use something out of there. Looks like I don't have very many of these sheets left. Looks like we're going to be doing a video probably about the same time, about the end of the month. We'll be doing it too. Let me see. Here's the bird we're going to use. I'm going to use this hummingbird. Hang on. All right, we're going to put I'm going to put this one right about there. All right, you guys, hubby goes Wednesday morning to get the catheter put in for his dialysis. It's happening. Now, whether he starts or not is a different story. When we thinking he probably will be. I don't know. How do I want this to go? Let's put this one up at the top. I had to go get him his bowel prep stuff because he's got to prep like he's going for a colonoscopy. He's got to be clean. Inside and out. All right, I'm gonna find me a flower. A flower. I want a pretty flower. Some pretty flowers. I want them yellow ones. So I got him his pain pills. Got him all the things that he's supposed to have. You know what? I'm thinking I want to put some of these. But we went yesterday and watched the baby daughter do her dialysis, her home dialysis, so I think he'll be able to do it. He doesn't want to do it, but his kidney function's down to 11. You don't want to wait till it's like 0. There. Next, I brought over some stamps, a postage stamp. So we can just put some stamps here and there. You guys, I've been getting this random stuff in the mail. I got a Q-tip in the mail. One single Q-tip. I don't know whose mailing list I got on, but a Q-tip, that's stupid. Very stupid in my opinion. Now, I want another. We'll put this one right there. And then we're going to call it done. Yep. Then we have our bird, and we have a postage stamp. All right, you guys. There we have our page for the day. All right, let me take my picture and we're going to move on. Back in a few seconds. All right, let us spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Part of me wants to shuffle the wheel. 145. Because I think it's just going to the same part of the wheel. $103. 234. We're going to go shuffle. Shuffle slices. $28. $218. $227. $227. Okay, let me go find these and hopefully we'll use them all. Back in a few minutes. Okay. We have the lavender stickers. We have these butterfly stickers. We have some music stickers. We have the steampunk or different people type stickers. And then we have a daily things vellum paper. Had to turn my my fan on a little higher. He's been cold lately, so the AC's been knocked back a little bit, but I'm burning up. I am absolutely burning up. Let's use some of these. Let's see. I'm gonna use this green one. Green. What else do we got? Oh, I'm gonna use that one. What other one do I got in here? Let's use that one and not the green one. All right, we're gonna use this. All right. Alright, let's trim these little edges. Oh, on my story, back to my story, I'll also put a picture of Randy, Randy in there. What was I gonna say? So they've had the memorial service for Mary, and Randy has now threatened Margot, who is from this point on being called Paige. After she done told him, you know, everything that's going on, she is now wanting to call herself Paige. So Paige. Randy has now threatened Paige. Giving her the ultimatum, like, I'm giving you until the governor's ball. You let him be mine, or I'm going to tell your parents where you are, and if you don't let me have him, it would be a shame for all of the rest of your friends to something to happen to them. So, but of course she's done, they've already taken this all into account, because they are now, Marlon and Paige are going to set up a sting operation to catch Randy. They're going to catch Randy and the parents, whoever they are. You catch one, you catch them all. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use Ron. You know, one of the homeless people who gave up his diary to Paige. He gave the diary that kind of connects all the pieces together. No, I don't like that. I like that. Or if I'm going to have Marlon bring in an undercover cop from a different county, from a different agency, one that Randy doesn't know, I think I'm going to do that, actually. And, you know, I'm going to have them take this undercover cop to like the parents' lab where they do all of this stuff. And then they're all just going to get busted. He's going to be wearing a wire. And they're going to get busted. And they're going to bring down, they're going to get Randy. They're going to get Paige's parents. And then everybody's going to think they're all hunky-dory when the mayor's going to come in. We're going to let a little bit of time go by, and then the mayor's going to come in and go after Paige because she was the one instrumental in getting Randy captured. And I already know how I'm going to have, like, she's going to be at her office and the mayor's going to go in, or she's going to be coming back to her car or something. But anyway, they're going to be able to get Paige relatively quickly, recover Paige relatively quickly, because right now she's got a little scenario going on with her office worker, with her secretary Roxy. They made a pact that they have to call each other every day to let them know that they're okay. And if everything's okay, they got to use green in their conversation. Or if things are not okay, you got to use the word red. So I already know, like, I'm going to have Paige say, well, I'll go with you, but you, hold on, I've got to let, you know, my secretary know know something, you know, and she's going to use the word red. I'm going to have her say, remember not to use the red incubator because it's not working properly. You know, something along those lines. They're going to have like a code word's going to be out, and Roxy's going to go run into Marlon like, they've taken her. You know, I know she's in trouble. Well, how do you know? Well, she used the word red. So, there we have that. So, we're getting there. So, right now they are out shopping for new clothes for the governor's ball that's set to happen in just a few days. And so it'll be at the governor's ball that, you know, Paige is going to look at Marlon and say, you've got to trust me on this. This is for the best. And she's going to leave the picture and leave Marlon's house, but she's really going to go be staying at his parents' house in Maribel Mansion, or Maribel Manor. With Mom and Dad and his grandmother. Alright, there we have our small sticker page. Alright, you guys, I have lots to do. My desk, my whole work area is a mess, so I'm going to take the rest of this time and clean up my desk. So that's going to do it for today's video. As always, be safe. Don't let the world change your smile. Let your smile change the world. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.